Okay, so format the spreadsheet exactly like this. All right, Evergreen Resorts, this is row 1, which is 24 points so far as the font size, and it is bold. Number 2 is font size 14, and it's also bold. None of the cells are merged. None of the they're not merged. I mean, you don't see if I open it, it's just spilling over, but none of them are merged. So I have 3. If you merge it, I don't care, as long as it looks the same. 3 is blank. 4 has all the names of the different places, all the islands and totals up to F. 5 is revenue. All these things are just bold. The font size is a standard 11. All right, so 5 is revenue. Then you have 3 things under. 9 is blank. 10 is expenses. You have 5 things under. 16 is blank, and 17 is net revenue. All the monies, everything that has to do with money here, I'm going to click on the $sign to make it formatted into the accounting style. Sorry, I had to kind of say that all over again for the sake of the video. All right? Yeah, that was why I was saying it all over again. Can I move on? It's already 11:16. 10:16, yeah. But you get the point. It's 16 minutes after the hour. Moving on. Okay. So the first thing it says click on cell. Let me okay. So it says click on cell B8. Here, B8. Enter the formula to multiply the average cost per room, which is here, by the total number of rooms, and then copy the formula through E8. So this is, it says multiply average cost per room by the number of rooms rented for you to know how much you made in this place. Enter. All right. Then drag it to E8. How do I drag it? I put the cursor at the bottom right. You guys know this stuff. Drag it to E8. If it looks like all this like pound signs, because the cell is too small, make it wider. Okay? Go on to the next one. Click on cell B13 right here, which is going to be the number of rooms available multiplied by the operating costs. This is going to be B6 times B7, and then drag it across. All right, so B13 is going to be number of rooms, which is B11, by operating costs, which is B12. So B11 times B12. Again, I am going to drag it across. Okay, so you should get 40, 60, 100, 60. Total expenses. So when you find out how much you used to operate each room, the total operating cost, add that to the advertising cost so you to know how much you're spending for each, how much you're spending. So it's going to be equal to B13 plus B14, and enter. Then you're going to drag that across again. At this time, we are in we're in step 5 right now.
Can you give me one number 8 is B8 is
B6 times B7.
thank you.
For B13, it is B11 times B12.
So B7.
B6 times B7 for B8. For B13 is B11 times B12. And for B15, it is B13 plus B14. Can I move on, guys? You guys look serious. You guys like, oh, I have to keep up. Moving on. Okay. Net revenue. Can somebody tell me how to calculate the net revenue? So you know the total amount of the how much you make, and you know the total amount that you're spending. So what is your net revenue? Total. Okay, so it's going to be total revenue, which is B8, minus the total expenses, which is how much am I making versus how much am I spending, for you to know how much you actually profited. All right, so enter. Remember, when you see pound sign, what does that mean? It's too small. Make it bigger. Expand it. Do you see you have this 11,200 in parentheses? So it means that you lost money. Because remember, 30,000 is smaller than 41,002, which is you need to spend. You're going to take this and you're going to drag it across. The advertising cost was there originally.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you can see that the hotels on Bowen Island and Galliano Island lost money. All right. Step number 6. It says select B7 through F8. So this is B7 through F8, which is here. All right. And hit the auto sum button, which is right here. This summation here. That's the auto sum button. So click that and it will automatically sum it for you here. What? So highlight up to here and hit the auto sum, and it should do the sum. So this should be 1,600, and then it should be 260,000, which is the total amount that you made. All right, select cells B13 through F17 and do the auto sum button. All right, so B13 right here through F17. Hit auto sum again. All right, you should verify that 8,400 appears here. If 8,400 doesn't appear, you have it wrong. Okay. It says select cells B7, and I need you guys to please pay attention to this part for 1 second, please. All right. So it says select cells B7 through E7. Then hit the data tab. Go to what if, and go scenario manager. Okay. So what scenario manager does is it lets you hold some values. Not constant, but it remembers what some values were. So no matter how I tinker with the spreadsheets, right? Once I just go and hit refresh on the scenario manager to bring everything back to the original. So imagine if I have some actual values that are real things. I want to go and do some projected values. So go back to my spreadsheet, change some things, right? Once I'm done changing and I copy it out, I can just go back to my scenario manager and show the original values, so that will return the spreadsheet back to the original. If you have a really small spreadsheet, chances that you remember the original number, but if you have a giant spreadsheet, right, where you're doing some major forecasting, you won't remember. All right? So, scenario manager, you're going to hit add. The scenario name, let's call this 2016 rentals. It says changing, so what cells am I going to be changing? And leave that the way it is, B7 through E7. All right? Hit OK. OK again. And then close. Nothing changes. But what you just told Excel to remember these values for me. That's what you just did. All right? So apply the borders and shading to the worksheet so that it appears as shown in figure E13. Really, the borders and shading is just, what did they do? They made this really dark. So let's see if we can do that. They made this one really dark. Cell styles. You know what? I don't care. They make it look like the book. This is something that you guys can do. I don't need to waste my time doing this. Just make it color it like the book. All right. So moving on. Right now we're in page 122. All right. So now I'm going to say, okay, it says click cell B17, which is this one. Click what if analysis. Again, another place I need you guys to please pay attention to one more time. What if analysis. Then go to goal seek. Now the question is, if I want my net revenue for Bowen Island to be $10,000, all right? If I want it, remember now it's negative 11,000. What if I want it to be 10,000? How many rooms did I need to? How many rooms, that's B7, do I need to have sold for me to be here? Which is like the find X question, right? So B17, I want it to be 10,000. And by changing cell B7, which is this one right here, right? Okay. You see how Excel automatically calculated what it would be? And now it says for you to get 10,000, it's going to hit OK. It's going to make, you have to sell 341.x rooms. And when it does that, it just recalculates the entire spreadsheet. This number that used to be 8,400 is no longer 8,400. Alright? So that's what the what if analysis does. It just helps you say, what if I wanted this? What is this going to be? Now with this, my goal is 10,000. Okay, so they do it again. In cell C17, I'm going to just repeat the same thing. Go to C17, which is this one. What if I want it to be $8,000? So I'm going to do the same thing. You guys have seen me do it once. I'm not going to explain it again. But it's what if, goal seek. I want C17 to be $8,000. And I want to change C7, of course. All right? Click OK. And hit OK. So do you see that I have to do 560 rooms? You guys notice that? Okay. So I have to sell 560 rooms. So it's for this be 8,000. Then it says select B7 through F7, which is here. Go to the home tab. Apply the comma style right here, which is just make it a decimal. Alright, so kill all the extra decimal places. And hit the decimal button twice to decrease the decimal places. So that way, I don't even want decimal numbers at all. That makes it an even 341, 560. Yes, I changed it to 3. I didn't change it. I just, what I did was, I highlighted it. I hit the comma button right here, which took it to 2 decimal places, and then I reduced the decimal places with this button right here. Yeah, after I did the goal seek. Okay, click on the data tab. I'm going to do another scenario again. Do data. Go ahead. I'm sorry? No. This is a random place to click. It doesn't matter. Uh-huh. No, no. I said I did data, what if analysis, I did goal seek. Yeah. Change cell B7, right? I'm sorry, change B17 is what I wanted to change. So go down to B17. I said change cell B17 to $10,000 by changing cell B7.
Right, I got that.
Okay.
But then I have the 341.3.
Yeah. Then you do a second one. Here, I want this one to be 8,000. Do this. Repeat the same thing for the next one. Make it 8,000.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. So now for you to make it 341, highlight this, everything here. Click the comma right here. After the dollar percentage is comma.
Yes.
That will take it down to 2 decimal places. And then go 2 down to a place that says decrease decimal. Hit it twice.
Okay, and then it just,
Okay. So let's see. So let's click the data tab, what if analysis, scenario manager, add another one. Projected rentals. Alright? So data, what if analysis, scenario manager, add a second one. projected. So what you want to do now is save these values as your projected rentals. All right, projected rentals. By changing cells, enter B7 through C7, which is this two right here. Okay, so B7 through C7. Hit OK, OK, and close. OK. OK.
Do you, when it says enter values for each of the changing cells, to bring it back?
No, I didn't touch it. I just left it. I just said OK, OK, close. Okay, so that is done. Double click on the sheet 1 tab. So basically rename this to 2016 rentals. You can rename either by right clicking and doing rename, or you can just double click it. Alright, then hit the select all button. If you guys have you ever seen this here in Excel, this little triangle up here? Please look here. You see this? Do you know what it does? It selects everything on the page. I know it's like a stupid little detail nobody actually cares about, but that's what it does. Alright, so you hit Control C or right click on copy. Then add a new worksheet and hit paste. So we're going to add a new worksheet by adding the plus sign here, and then let's see, home, and paste it. Alright, rename it projected rentals. So do you see what I did? What I did was I did the original, did the scenario manager to change all the values I wanted to change, got those values out, and now it's going to make us go back, do the original. So it says show the 2016 rentals worksheet. Click on cell A20, which is here. I'm sorry. Click the data tab. So watch this again. Click the data tab. What if analysis, scenario manager, click on 2016 rentals. Please look at this, because this is the point of the entire class. Alright? And then hit show right here. You see how these values go back to the original? That was the point for you. The scenario manager just holds those values constant, right? It remembers those values. So when you're done tinkering with it, you can just go back. Alright? And again, it seems like, duh, I could have remembered 200 and 300, right? But when you have a giant spreadsheet, you understand when you have something really, really big, you can't remember it. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and add a chart to the projected rentals. So it says go to the projected rentals worksheet, click A20, hit insert. Then you want to go to this kind of chart. It's called a bar chart, which is the second one here. The second one. Click on that, and it's going to be this first one right here. Clustered bar. Who? Everyone has an insert tab.
Mine is just not on the thing.
Oh, okay.
I just have
So hit the charts. It should come up with a blank thing. Then hit select data here. Are you guys like following? Yeah. I'm fast, I know, but are you guys keeping up? Okay. So hit select data here. Now you're going to choose what you actually want to include on your chart. So it says click the chart data range collapse, which is here. Alright, the collapse button. Then click the 2016 rentals tab. Select cells B4 through E4, which is here, which is the names of the places. Alright. Then it says press and hold the control button. Then select B8 through E8. You use the control button when you want to select. So let's say, you know how I have this selected, right? If I want to select this place without selecting everything in the middle, right? I hit the control button. If I just drag it down, it will select everything, including this 6 and 7. You don't want that. You only want this and this. So now I'm going to hold down control, and I'm going to drag B8 through that. Do you guys see that? All right. So now I'm going to hit this button right here. It should say series 1. Then hit OK. This is what it looks like currently. I'm going to just, it says drag it, move the chart down so it starts at 820 to G40. So move, Control Z. What did I do? Move the chart down to 820 and drag it so it extends all the way out to G40, which is around, this is 40 and this is G. All right. Click select data again. Click edit. Series name, call it 2016 rentals. Click OK. Then hit add. All right. Type projected rentals in the series name. I'm sorry?
Where do we put the series?
Just hit add. On the series name, just hit type projected rentals first, and I'll tell you what data you need. Click the series value collapse, which is here. Then it says select B8 through E8 on the projected rentals tab.
Where's the edit series? How do I get that? That's what I
Hit add.
on what?
What do you see?
Add chart element.
Yes. No. Hit select data.
Oh, data.
Select data is going to be to your right here. Hit this.
Okay, so chart design. Select data. Okay.
Just hit select data right here. What do you see?
The select data source.
Okay. So first of all, rename that series 1. What do you see? Series 1 now?
I see series 1. Yeah.
Okay, so edit that and call that 2016 rentals. So hit, and then hit add.
And then hit, I have OK.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit add. Okay. There we go.
All right, if you add, call that, the series name, call it projected rentals. And under the edit series, hit this button right here on the side. Whatever you have on the side is going to shrink it. And then you're going to hit the projected rentals tab and select B8 through E8, which is how much your projected rentals is. All right, expand it and OK on it. It should look something like this now. Dana, are you looking something like this?
I like don't even know how to start yet. I'm not.
Then hit OK. If you hit OK, it's going to look like this. Where are you guys lost? Tell me.
My chart's just floating. How do you think I could be a part of it? My chart's just like a little floating.
made that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I don't remember how to do that.
I might have had it back, but it won't. I have like these organized and I allowed it, but
Oh.
You did this minus this. Or this, click on this. You see, you did 15 minus 8. It's supposed to be 8 minus. You get that? Do B8
Yeah.
minus B15.
I get it, but I just where it said other way.
Okay. So I'm going to move. First of all, what did you do? It's supposed to be the other way around. Because one of the has to be so unusual. So these two ones are going to be used. So change these. So now remember now, this is positive 11,000. If you're going down 10,000, what is it? But if it's negative 11,000, you're going to up all the way to 10,000. Someone's going to jump the number.
So I messed up all these scores.
Yeah, no, you're gonna just change this formula right here. To B8 minus B15 plus B2. That they don't get cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
One is 26.
Okay, so that's good. Remember, you have to move it down. Just keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. So this right here, this has a report, it's like a Microsoft Word report. I'll let you guys, because that part is easy, like a copy and paste. I'll let you guys do that on your own spare time. But we're going to finish this page, which is the bulk of the assignment, which is the assignment. Then I'll walk around, help people out. Those of you that are finished, spend your time finishing out the Word document. So for the submission, I'll need you guys to turn in both the Excel document and the Word report, which is on the next page. The Word report is just you basically copying and pasting right here. This is what it looks like. Prepared by your name. Use the same text. You copy the chart here and copy the thing here. Alright?
Oh.
I think it also lets you put like this call outs right here. So you know how to use this call out things here. Well, that's the easiest part of it.
Which page is that on?
The report is on page 124.
But we've gone through everything.
Huh?
We've gone
We haven't gone through everything else. We're still on number 6.
calculating projected sales.
Yeah, in 122 page,
Okay.
step 6. That's where we are. Okay. Now, so we moved it down to G7. Hit OK. Exactly, we're on step 7. Now on step 8, it says, click Add Chart Element. Chart title above chart. All right. So add chart element, chart title above chart. Now you double click on that to change the title. Call that current comparison. I'm sorry. Comparison of current and projected room rentals. All right. Then click Add Chart Element again. Go down to Legend and do it at the bottom. Okay. The last step, step number 9, hit the x-axis. Remember, you guys, basic math, this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, right? So right click on the x-axis right here, right click. So right click on it and right click it and just hit Format Axis. It says Format Axis, it says go all the way down to the bottom. Click Number. And then decimal places, call it right type 0 instead of 2. Alright? And then close it.
How did you do that? One more time, please?
Click on this right here, the x-axis. Right click. hit Format Access, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
Number, change decimal places to 0. All right. So now you have this. Save the workbook. So this is the end of the project. I think this is the end of the Excel part of it. Now, for the report, which is a Microsoft Word, what you pretty much have to do is enter the text. It'll tell you how to enter it. You're going to copy and paste your chart and the spreadsheet to the Word document. And yeah, it's going to let you put out the call-out buttons, the call-out section in step number 7. At the end of the day, your Word documents, just save this spreadsheet like this. This is one of the things that I want. You're going to turn in 2 files. This Excel spreadsheet that we just worked on, and the Word report, which you're going to finish on by yourself. Alright? But the Word report is pretty much just a copy and paste of what you've already done with some text. The text, you don't have to make it up. Copy and paste whatever in the book. Yeah. So just follow the instructions for this next page. And your report should look like this. I'm just walking around showing you guys. The report doesn't look like this if you don't have it right. Alright? It's a Word document that your report is going to look like this. Alright? Alright, so I'm saying this again just for the sake of the video. Please turn in 2 documents. I want one Excel document and 1 Word document for this assignment. Alright? So now I'm going to just stop the video so that way people don't hear me rambling on.